Hey guys, it's Bree. So today's video is basically going to be me talking about something I did today, which was go to see a homeopathic doctor. Please forgive me if this video is a bit all over the place. Today was the funeral of my grandmother, and I also had to do orders, and I also had to go and see this homeopathic doctor, which was a really long appointment, and I'm also shattered. So I thought, well, the only thing I can really think of right now is what I actually went to do today, which was see the homeopathic doctor. And yeah, so I figured I would talk about that because it is period related why I went to see her, and it might actually be useful because I think it was really good, and I'm very pleased I went to see her. So I went to see her for painful periods. That was why my primary reason of going to see her, but the main reason was that I have been taking a supplement for the past 4 months now, I think, and it's called Shatavari. It's a supplement that you take. It's by a brand called Puka, the one that I take, which I really like. And yeah, I've done a couple of updates on this before. I'm going to do one after this next period, but that is the first thing that I've supplement or any kind of treatment that I've had for my painful periods that I've actually responded to. Now, it hasn't solved my painful periods, but I'm pretty sure it has regulated my cycle. I will go into more detail about that, as I said, in the separate video I will do specifically on that supplement. You can see it. I'm going to do it after this period, which is due on Thursday, and I will do a period vlog. Everyone asks me for that. I will do a period vlog. But yeah, because I responded to that, and I have had acupuncture, kinesiology, I've seen a chiropractor, I have intrauterine massages, I have seen an energy healer, I have tried essential oils, castor oil packs, blackstrap molasses, oh god, what, Donquay, Agnes Castius. I've seen a psychotherapist, see if there are any emotional issues blocking it. Do you know what, this probably isn't, I've had acupressure as well as acupuncture. This probably isn't even all of it, to be honest. I'll probably think of some things later on. I'm trying to look around my room and see if there's anything I can think of right now that was like, oh, I've tried drinking like tons of water, and evening primrose oil. Magnesium I take all the time, it doesn't help anyway. But anyway, I've done all of that stuff. It's never made a single difference to my period. The only thing I think that helps a bit is magnesium. It stops my eyes from doing this crazy blinking thing you might see in some of my older videos, and also it stops my chest pain, which is great. But yeah, nothing has ever worked. The one that was particularly surprising to me was acupuncture, because my acupuncturist has been an acupuncturist for 10 years. In those 10 years, I think I was only the second woman she'd ever treated who had had no response whatsoever to the treatment. And she's done a lot of women with period problems, and even she couldn't believe it. Like, she was like, still in pain, like, because she's Chinese, she's like, still in pain. And I did lots of things with her. We did special like laser needles as well as the actual needles, which is supposed to work faster. Didn't have any effect on me whatsoever. My body just does not like to respond to things, and it's always been that way whether I've had an injury or an illness or something. My body typically does not respond to the first thing they try. It takes a couple of attempts to get things to work. So when I actually had some kind of response to this supplement I took, the Shatavari, and my cycles regulated themselves, which is what it's supposed to do, I thought, okay, well, my body is actually responding to something, so maybe I will try some homeopathic stuff, because I have seen a homeopath before, but for a completely different reason. It was for when I had really bad constipation and stomach aches when I was much younger, about 8 or something. And so I decided, well, hey, let's give it a go. Let's go and see a homeopath again, because I read up online about the phone always rings when I need to do a video. I read up online about these several different supplements that can help with period pain. So things like cramp bark, which I can't take because it's in a tea form, and I can't drink tea at all when I'm on my period. Like, it just nauseates me. I can barely drink Earl Grey. I don't drink tea or coffee or any of that stuff. What else did I see? Something like calcium, but they weren't sure on that. Anyway, that was not really a supplement. But a couple of supplements, most of them I tried. But then there was something on homeopathic remedies, and they had a whole list of different things that homeopathic people, homeopaths can actually use to treat period pain, for several different types of period pain, whether it's sharp period pain, crampy, whether it makes you nauseous, whether you're heavy, all that kind of stuff, it depends. So I decided, hey, you know what, I'll just go and see them. And I was a bit nervous because I'm not good with taking lots and lots of pills, and that was the one thing that held me back, because before, I think when I last saw a homeopath, I had to take like 9 pills. But I decided it would be best to go and see her. So I asked my mum to book an appointment, and we did, and it was today. And I went to see her, and it was a very long appointment because, and this is why I'm so pleased I did go to see her. She went through absolutely everything in my life. I mean, every single health thing I've ever had from when I was a baby up until now, we went through, and it was just a really detailed thing. Everything from whether I had cradle cap or I was jaundiced when I was a baby, to how I was born, where I was born, and right up to things I've had. So like I fell really heavily on my coccyx. I cut my, I don't know if you can see here, I have a scar on my eye, like kind of, is it the side of the side? I can't even tell. Like, can you see that little line there? I fell out of bed when I was like 7 and I slit my eye open like that, and I had to have it glued back together. Nice gruesome story for you. So that, and then what else have I done? All my breaks and my weak muscles, my ME, and the fatigue, and everything about my period. So I went over how heavy I am, whether my periods are clotty, where the pain is, particularly what makes the pain better and what makes it worse. So for me, what makes it worse is moving and putting pressure onto it. What makes it better is lying on my side with a pillow between my legs and heat against it but not pressing on top of it. It can sometimes help, but typically not. And it's in my front and my back, and you know, all that stuff she went over in great detail. I think we had literally 4 pages just written out about my period and everything that was that like happens to me when I'm on my period and how long I've had it for, and oh, just great detail. And then every other health thing I've had, which is like minor asthma, I have slight eczema in my arms, and I used to have it behind my knees. I had eczema in my eyes for a couple of years. The fact that I had to have a tooth operation to stick a knife up here and attach a chain to my tooth so they could pull it down from my brace. Oh my gosh, just, and in fact I've had an operation on my urethra to expand it because I had really bad stinging wee for most of my childhood. Just absolutely everything. And that was really good because I've just been dying for a doctor, or just not even necessarily a doctor because technically homeopath is no doctor, but somebody to just go through absolutely everything and take it all into account, because I think that's the only way you can ever know. Sorry if this camera angle is different, my camera decided to just die on me randomly while I was filming. Anyway, what I was saying is you can't just patch up like bits of a person. You gotta look at the whole picture and discover what's actually going on to figure anything out. So I was so pleased that she did that. And it literally went on for, as you can imagine, ages, this appointment. I'm not entirely sure, but probably at least an hour and a half, I'd say. Just sitting there and discussing all my symptoms, and like when I woke up in the morning, was I like full of energy or not, which is typically like something that ME people have, is they don't feel particularly energetic, which is true with me sometimes, but most of the time I'm actually quite good now. And whether the weather affected it, just everything. And yeah, so that was what I was talking to her about particularly, and I was kind of thinking, as I was going through all that, it was good, but I was wondering what I had to do with my period pain. I learnt afterwards. So yeah, I was sitting through this, and when I first went into the appointment, I wasn't too like, what's the word? I was a bit apprehensive. Like I just didn't, you know, when you see a doctor and you instantly like get a vibe from them, whether you're gonna really like them or not. I was kind of on the fence with this lady, and actually by the end, no, I really liked her. I think she's going to be a really good homeopath. So the homeopathic remedies, I completely forgot this. They can be big pills, and that's what I'm terrified of, because I really have to take 3 big pills. I'm taking evening primrose oil at the moment, but however, I haven't taken it for the whole month. So I seriously doubt it's going to affect this period, and I've already started cramping, which sucks. But basically, homeopathic remedies are like these little pills that go under the tongue and dissolve. And they're tiny. Hopefully this will focus so you can see in the jar, but they're like these little bubbly pills. Hang on, let me take one of these out. So this is magnesia, I think magnesia carbonica. Not entirely sure what I took this for originally, but you see how tiny that is? Literally like minuscule, and it just dissolves under your tongue. You don't have to swallow it or anything. And I thought, yes, this is brilliant. You can't eat or drink for 15 minutes either side of it, but just tiny pills. Thank you. And they taste like sugar. Seriously, I've had them before. I've had magnesia carbonica, as you saw there, and I also have carbo veg. I don't know which one she's going to give to me this time. She said magnesia phosphate is kind of good. But basically, she sent us a letter, and she's going to send them out to me either tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, or the next day. So they should get to me by either Friday or Saturday. If it gets to me on Friday, it'll be 1 day after my period started. If it comes on time, which it should, because fingers crossed I haven't missed any pills of my supplements. So yeah, I can't obviously say how it's going to work out because I haven't tried them yet, but I wanted to give you this kind of an update on what I've done today and why I decided to go and see a homeopathic doctor. But my mum is convinced that she solved the homeopathic remedies solved my stomach problems last time and my energy issues. So who knows, maybe she will be able to solve my period pain. And the bit that I really liked was right at the end my mum was saying something along the lines of to her how I'm fighting period pain. I'm filming. I just can't wait today. Anyway, my mum was saying something to her along the lines of how, you know, I was really keen to find a treatment for my period pain because I'm not happy taking conventional medicines like ibuprofen and paracetamol because it's not good for you to take it constantly every month. And also she was saying to her, I'm not really willing to go on the pill, and she was like, yes, good girl, good decision. And I was going, hallelujah, because somebody finally understands my desire to not take the pill. Don't get me wrong, it's great, it's wonderful, it works for lots of people. If it works for you, fabulous. But for me and my problems with having ME, I have horrible reactions to hormones. They make me very, very ill, so I can't take them. And most doctors just want to stick me on the pill thinking it's going to cure me. And she came out with this whole list of things that the pill can do, and I was like, you're my kind of person. I trust you to fix my periods for me. And I was saying to her, I'm really keen to have kids, and she was like, yeah, you know, good decision. You've got a smart brain there. And yeah, you know, it was just nice because if I can cure it without taking the pill, and you know, I don't need the pill for contraception, why would I take it if I can stop it? That's kind of like my reasoning behind it, and why, like I always say in my videos, my personal choice, it's my body, do what you want with yours. And yeah, so that was really pleasing for me, and she got that, which is good because a lot of doctors just don't understand it. Conventional doctors. But yeah, so hopefully she's going to send me these different remedies and I will take them, and they might have an effect actually this month if at some point in my period, but obviously it's better to take them a few days before my period starts. I just couldn't get an appointment any earlier, so yeah, I have to go back and see her again in a month's time, but that will be after my next period, I think, if I worked that out correctly. Yeah, I think I have an appointment on the 27th of October, by which time I should have had my second period and could have taken them up beforehand. So we will see if they help. I don't actually know what she's prescribed me or anything yet, but I just wanted to give that little bit of an update. And sorry if this video is too long for you. Some of you love these long vlogs, so there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Please subscribe. Don't forget I have my website linked down below where you can get cloth pads and menstrual cups and all that fabulous stuff. And I will see you later. Bye.